when God fights a battle, a war, to transform a culture, he never waits until he has a majority.
You mentioned this steep decline between the time you were doing research for Charles Colson until now in biblical worldview. Do you believe this is a winnable war, and is it worth fighting?
Well, number one, we know in the end God wins. So, I'm not worried about that. Secondly, we know that we're living every moment of every day of our lives in the midst of an incredible spiritual battle where
Amen.
Satan is trying to destroy every one of us every day. And thirdly, we know that when God fights a battle, a war to transform a culture, he never waits until he has a majority. In fact, as we look in Scripture at different passages where we see him working through some of his dedicated servants to completely change the local culture, to honor and glorify him, if his servants had, let's say in the case, I think it was Gideon, had 30,000 people or something, they were up against Midianites, 135,000. Oh my gosh, they're already overwhelmed by a factor of 4 to 1. Well, God didn't care. In fact, he sidelined most of Gideon's people. Yep. And put Gideon in there, I think it was like with 300 people up against 135,000. Numbers are irrelevant to God in that sense. So the fact that only 3% of adults in America today, I think, meet the Jesus standards for being disciples, we can turn this country upside down if that 3% got busy serving Jesus with all the energy and passion they could muster. He'll give us the courage. He'll give us the resources. He'll give us the tools. It's in his power we're doing it anyway. It's not our authority, it's his.
This episode of Rapid Response was brought to you by CTC Math. Visit them at ctcmath.com today.